Hola a todos y bienvenidos a las Chorreaventuras de Beatriz. Continuamos con las historias de Lily, Edna y Harvey. En los nuevos ojos de Harvey. Y bueno, sabemos que hemos empezado fuertecillo en este nuevo...
Lily didn't have any talent. Mother Superior only allowed her to embroider crosses and lines. But Lily could barely manage even those and often received a scolding.
Donde, bueno, hemos visto que ya hemos provocado de forma indirecta la muerte de un niño. Fue comido por termitas. Así que continuemos las aventuras de esta chica que quiere buscar a la cocinera para que le haga la receta de comida de gato especial.
Lily had always thought Shy was very pretty, much prettier than herself. But cutting off a girl's hair while she was sleeping so that you could use it to make yourself a wig just wasn't right. That's why Lily returned each night to her bunk without actually doing anything.
Oh, eso es muy... un pensamiento muy oscuro.
Suka was the most popular girl at the convent school. Lily would have stopped at nothing to gain her respect. But since Suka wasn't looking anyway, Lily refrained at the last moment.
Shibuya power! Shibuya power!
Hola.
Volcano Pananoka! Shiny rainbow Miyasake! Shing! Shing! Why are you gawking at my hairdo? Don't tell me you've got your eye on my original Marushu Naoki hairpin. Can you believe it, Shy?
Don't believe, just know. The warriors of light see with the power of love.
Just who does she think she is? Hiroyoshi Superfrog's arch enemy Soki Nuroshi Mayayoki Hagatsu?
Down with the dark forces.
Anime.
Lost in the elf magic of the glitter dust.
Exactly. Everyone knows that a real Shibuya girl will only part with her hairpin if it's a real emergency, and only if facing death.
Muroshi Sparkle. Mystical spirit of the wolf.
Mystical spirit of the wolf!
Kamanukri. Shing.
And anyway, what even makes you think we'll let you have any of our personal things? You haven't launched any radical paramilitary campaigns or done anything to help destroy the state.
We can't let the dark forces win.
Plus, you've never helped us destroy the school.
Does being warriors of the light really mean we have to destroy the school? It seems a little too hardcore to me.
But Riot Girl does it too! On page 31 in volume 453, she puts one of Nagayuzu's detonators in the teacher's lounge when the dark forces kidnap Musushi Rainbow. Shibuya is cool! Miyarushi Sparkle!
De hecho, no estoy reventando el colegio, pero os estoy matando uno a uno. ¿Eso cuenta?
Shibuya power! Shibuya power! Girl, you're so clueless about trends. Just look at how you dress. Don't you know that Shibuya and only Shibuya is hot right now? Where's your glitter? Where are your Japanese accessories? Miyarushi Sparkle! Miyarushi Sparkle! Shing! Shing! Oh man, you're really out of it, Lily.
Genial.
Garrett was already there. Lily watched how her slippery fellow student disappeared into the chapel. After him!
After him. Detrás de ti, imbécil.
Lily had always liked the large painting in the main hall. It showed a dining table after a big meal, with a man in the center who had found the last cookie. Lily giggled at the thought that he would eat it all by himself, no matter how much the others begged. It was hopeless. Edna's balloon was hanging out of reach.
Pero yo quiero bajar.
Who do we have here then? Creepy Lily.
Batman.
How did it go with Mother Superior?
Leave her alone, Shawnee.
Only if she admits that all this trouble is her fault. We're not getting any dessert? That's right, Memphis. And we can't play outside anymore either. Is it asking too much to want to know why?
Stop picking on her. You don't really think that Lily, of all people, has done something wrong, do you? She's just not cool enough for that.
Exactly. She's such a good girl. She rakes, she cleans, she cooks. It's disgusting and dangerous because somehow it always ends in a disaster. Isn't that right, Lily? Ever since you came to the convent, it's been one strange accident after another. I hardly dare get out of bed anymore. But none of this is your fault, is it? After all, you only do what you're told. I'm sure you're even running an errand for Mother Superior right now. Let's see what you've got there.
Shawnee!
Aha! I knew it! A recipe from Mother Superior. Well, I think I'll hold on to it for now. Let's see how Mother Superior likes having to wait for her food. And this time, our sweet Lily can face the music all by herself. Let's go, guys. We're off.
You're impossible.
Fascinante. A ver qué ocurre en la capilla, donde se ha ido el señor Gris.
What's this? Where had Garrett gone? The chapel didn't have a second exit.
Dun, 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 dun.
The good old confession booth. Lily had been coming here often since the self-flagellation had stopped working.
Ajá.
The carving showed a begging monk with conspicuously empty hands. But something was missing. Dignity, for example, but something else too.
Vale, o sea que sí, aquí está el monje tal, vale.
The cross looked very unstable. Lily thought it would make much more sense to simply place it upside down.
Please stay off the slabs, okay? You're interfering with my research.
Frank was completely occupied with the stone slabs.
Wait. No, nothing. I thought I detected a resonance echo in the floor. And where there's a resonance echo in a floor, the hollow space can't be far. A crypt or a hidden pool salon for Templars with outrageously hip hairstyles.
What?
Your question is completely justified. What would Templars be doing in a pool salon? It's just one of the countless mysteries surrounding the Templars. Where did they come from? Where did they go? Did they get a group discount ticket for their journey? And who was their hairstylist? There is just one answer to all these questions. The Great Church Conspiracy. And we can be certain that the evidence is buried beneath these stone slabs. only I had the right tool to dig it up. Find it. Shh, for a second. Oh, great. If there's just been a landslide in the Templar's subterranean crypt, then now I've missed it. How the hell are you supposed to uncover church conspiracies if you keep getting interrupted? Just the constant stream of people going to confession is getting on my nerves. But compared to you, they're as quiet as church mice. I have no idea who they are. They creep into the confession booth and only come out when it gets too noisy for them. All that will be over with as soon as I have the right tool for my excavation anyway. Sorry, Lily, but I'm just not interested in small talk. All I care about are church conspiracies. There's a lot to talk about there, but unfortunately, most of it's secret. And without the right tool, I won't be able to uncover the secret. So either you go and get me the tool I need, or you just leave. That would be fine with me too. Shh! You're destroying the holy illuminescence of the stone slabs. And if they lose their illuminescence, they certainly won't be in the mood to reveal their secret anymore. And there's no doubt that they have a secret. I know Templar symbols when I see them. Where there are Templars, a secret crypt with details on church conspiracies can't be far. If only I had the right tool to drill them out. Then, all I'd need to know is which slab to drill under to get my hands on the church conspiracy. If it's one that has a neck, because there are those with a neck and those without.
Lily was impressed. Everything Frank said made sense.
Shh, for a sec. Oh, great. If there's just been a landslide in the Templar's subterranean house, they creep all that. Oh, if just all that. Shh, you're destroying. And if then to get if it's one because
Lily was impressed.
Please stay off the. You're in.
Lily spent a lot of time in the confession booth. Only she knew what she mumbled during those long hours. At least ever since the father who took her confessions had died of a heart attack.
Ah, very good. That's exactly what I need. Now, if I only knew where to drill. But such knowledge was probably lost long ago. No one is old enough to still remember the age of the Templars. Otherwise, I'm sure I'd have long since had that church conspiracy by the scruff of its neck. Oh well, I'll just start.
Damn! How am I supposed to work with all this noise? Hey! Frank! Frank! Ah, what the hell?
Interesante.
The cross wobbled back and forth like it was dancing. Lily briefly considered whether she should point it out to Frank, but he was busy drilling through some kind of anchoring. A surveillance room.
Aha.
That was the hard evidence that Garrett was spying for Mother Superior. A survey...
What? Huh? What? I'm sorry, but I can't understand you. You have to speak a little louder. My ears are still ringing from the drilling. Whatever you come up with, I can think of a better conversation topic. Templars. They traveled the world before inopportune times. Actually, they were the ones who made that age inopportune. All day long, they barely did anything else than plan church conspiracies. Sometimes, even during breakfast, between their Nutella and first cup of joe. Shh! You're destroying the holy illuminescence of the stone slabs. And if they lose their illuminescence, but such no other one, if it's one that...
Ahora nos iremos y la cruz aplastará tal.
The cross looked very unstable. Lily didn't want to risk it falling over. Otherwise, Mother Superior would hang her from it, just like on the pictures.
Bueno, pues nada, nos vamos. Usted es lo suyo, ¿eh? ¿No? ¿No oímos nada? No, era lo suyo, muy bien. Genial, pues mientras él va a lo suyo, nosotros vamos a lo nuestro. Edna, Edna.
And? Are you making progress? Cool, so you've been working on your imitating animal voices number. You can tell me about it later, okay? First, we have to get rid of Garrett. I'm sure he's spying for Mother Superior.
Lo hace.
Before you say anything, I thought of something else. I think Garrett has a secret hiding place in the chapel. Yeah, a kind of listening station in the confession booth. This should prove once and for all that he's spying for Mother Superior. The question is whether we can somehow use this knowledge against him.
Lily actually had an idea. She would lock Garrett in his secret room. She could hardly wait to tell her best friend all about it.
Wait, I know. What if we locked Garrett in his secret surveillance room? Just pretend you want to give confession, and when he's in his hiding place, wham! Our trap will snap shut on him. Oh, don't be sad, Lily. I'm sure you'll come up with a good idea next time. But for now, let's get to work. It was my plan, so now you have to set it in motion. Not so loud. Dr. Marcel's ears are everywhere. If you listen closely, you can even hear the wind blowing in his ear hairs. That guy is no joke, but you know the rumors, so watch out for him. He is evil. Evil.
Evil.
Wait a minute. What's that? Do you hear those noises too? I think someone's drilling inside the chapel. It's probably just Frank looking for evidence of a church conspiracy again. Dang! That could ruin our plans. If Garrett can't listen in on you, we won't be able to lock him in his hiding place. You have to think of something to get rid of Frank. Did you happen to find the plans for my time machine? They weren't finished yet anyway. How big is the microwave oven in the school cafeteria? Forget it. That won't work. And all my other ideas are a little complicated. We don't have time for them. I guess the easiest thing to do would be to help him with his search. Once Frank has found what he's looking for, he'll hopefully stop drilling.
Hala. Ya hemos visto todo. Una pérdida de tiempo. Capullito.
The school clock was out of reach. The gargoyle seemed to worry about its companion, but it also didn't lift a finger to stop it from falling. Typical. Firecrackers. How did they ever get up there?
Yo me lo imagino, probablemente sea la pandilla de Capu.
Lily,
Nice to see you. I hope Shawnee didn't upset you too much. He's an idiot. I think you're great, just as you are.
Lily's heart skipped a beat. This might have been the nicest thing anyone ever said to
Ya se chopeará, ¿no?
You seem so tense. Is something wrong?
Lily would have liked to tell him her troubles, but she didn't want to give Edna away.
Well, if you need anything, I'm always there for you. I worry about you, you know.
Luego será él el más psicópata de todos. ¿Qué pu? ¿Está durmiendo? Pregúntame.
Lily had asked for a musket last Christmas. Instead, she'd been given a muskrat nibbling on gingerbread.
Ajá.
Hey, don't touch it. That's my old Boy Scout equipment. I might be old, but I can tell you stories that'll make your ears ring. Some of them are about my old Boy Scout equipment, but only certified Boy Scouts are allowed to touch it. So get your hands...
¿Vas a decir algo? ¿Te vas a dormir? ¿Hola? Ah, vale. Ah, mira, me puedo llevar cosas. Ajá. Cosas me llevo.
Hey, don't touch it. That's my only...
There were 3 empty pedestals on the shelf. That could mean something. Or nothing at all.
Pues nada, hablemos con el VGT.
Oh, it wasn't the skeleton from biology class after all. It was just the old man again. From history class.
Ja.
Oh, a visitor. What a rare
Espécimen.
animal. The hawk. But I don't mean the remake. I mean the original with extra ketchup, please.
Ajá, emocionante.
How rude of me. I forgot to tell you how it used to be. When the pyramids were built, I was the chief flogger on the north side. Yes, in my life I've unified. Unified Tibet, I said. Back then, I served as a carpet beater under 3 different Dalai Lamas. For one of them, I was even there as a rebirth assistant in the maternity ward. It was very different from the year I was an interior decorator for the Mayas. Build a mythical sliding puzzle here, hide a few artifacts in dark alcoves over there. Oh, yes. I was building secret crypts when you were still in the indie band Inquisition Overload. But it flopped, unfortunately. The time wasn't right for that kind of music. Plus, our drummer had the plague. I got old. So old that all I'm good for now is as an exhibition piece for history class. I'll get to that in a moment. First, I wanted to tell you, telling stories takes a lot of skill. That's why I worked for a while as an exhibition piece for history class in a convent school. I just had to tell stories about my adventures once a week. For example, how I used to excavate secret crypts with the Templars below the school chapel.
Why?
Or about my time as a lighting assistant for the moon landing. What? I must have dropped off for a moment. But I was just going to tell you an exciting story from my past. Was it the story of how I tried to navigate to Cape
No.
Town and
Templarios.
ended up discovering the Eurasian continent?
Templarios.
Oh, I know. I wanted to tell you how I helped the Templar Knights build the convent chapel,
Sep.
right?
Uh-huh.
I was particularly happy because I had eaten a banana. Or was I sad because all there was to eat was coconuts again? No, the coconuts were when the Trojan mayor gave me the key to the city for my heroic valor. Or was my heroic valor while building dikes in Atlantis? But I think I had an apple that day. Wasn't I a little more sleepy in Atlantis? And angry while building the chapel? Oh, what poppycock. I'm getting everything mixed up. Fortunately, I created a memory aid just for this anecdote, so that I'd remember the location of the secret crypts below the convent chapel. Uh-oh, someone tidied up the shelf. That's where the objects for my 3 E's should be. Emotion, engagement, and eating. Now
Vaya.
I can't make a fool of myself. Now let's see. I know exactly what you're looking for. An instructive story about my time with the Templar Knights. Unfortunately, my memory aid is still missing a few important pieces. If I only knew what the 3 E's for this story were. But right now, all I can remember are a few vague associations. 4, to be precise.
Notepad.
As everyone knows, each different food creates exactly one emotion and promotes one characteristic.
Uh-huh.
For example, I was never sad if I'd packed a few apples because they always helped me be very strong.
Vale. Esto es un programa de lógica
I
de
could
estos.
only do heroic deeds on days when I wasn't sad. On the other hand, if I was angry, I could never show great strength. Coconuts were always good at preventing sleepiness. On this one specific day when I was helping the Templars, I was neither happy about an apple nor angry about a banana. But I also wasn't sad about a banana or happy about a coconut.
Vale. Así que estaba sleepy. Estaba sleepy y ¿qué se comería? ¿Qué se comería?
The cabinet was locked, as usual. Once again, Lily's efforts were in vain. Only Mother Superior could open the cabinet.
El caos. El pan de molde.
The animal motifs were taboo for Lily. Mother Superior only allowed her to embroider crosses and lines. But Lily could barely manage even those and often received a scolding.
Stop that! I need that as a template!
Birgit was Mother Superior's favorite student. She had to be the happiest child in the world.
Don't even bother trying to distract me, Lily. Unlike you, I actually have a sense of duty. You don't get to be Mother Superior's favorite by just standing around like a moron all day. Like you. I work hard to get all those honors and rewards. The only thing I'm missing on my path to perfection is the Golden Girl Scouts badge on a ribbon. That's why I'm working overtime to perfect my embroidery skills. Mother Superior loves the embroidery because the pictures of animals convey important values. But you wouldn't know anything about that. You've always been terrible at embroidery, and everything else for that matter.
Tú serás la siguiente en morir.
Why don't you get to the point already? You seem to be lacking a few important lessons in values and standards. Haven't you learned anything at all? From my multi-award-winning embroidery, each animal has an assigned character trait. Bears represent strength, and deer stand for heroic valor. There are negative role models too, of course. The porcupine, for example, is especially slow and sleepy.
Necesito el porcupine.
That's why you'll never find one on one of my banners. But maybe it's in your family's coat of arms. In case you're wondering what I'm doing here, it's called embroidering. I know it's not your area of specialty. Otherwise, I doubt Mother Superior would have banned you from taking it. What a shame. I know how much you've always enjoyed embroidering.
Lily had to admit that Birgit was right. Her productive friend was really much more talented. But that was certainly no reason for Lily to wish an incurable disease on her. Neither a disease with an oozing rash, nor a disease that causes her to cough her lungs out.
Oh, take your little boo-boos to Mother Superior. I'm not her deputy. Yet. But maybe that'll change once I've collected all my awards. I'm already her favorite. Be quiet now. I just had a great idea for what I could put on the missing cafeteria banner. Damn, it's gone. Thanks a lot. Great job, Lily. If you want help, ask Mother Superior about a suitable animal role model. I'm already done with all my patterns. And remember, at this time of day, Mother Superior is always in the cafeteria, drinking a soothing tea. So don't wander into her office. We're not supposed to go in there alone. And hurry up. My grades depend on it. Stop bothering me. If you carry on like this, I'll never get my last award. The Golden Girl Scouts badge on a ribbon. Oh, yes.
Así que tengo que decirle a esta que... queremos el perezoso. ¿Máscaras?
Each mask had 2 tiny holes for screws. Not even Lily's fingers could fit in there. The mask was tightly screwed into the wall. But did that also mean that one wasn't allowed to take it?
No, it only means you have to find the right tools.
Oigo voces.
Something small enough to loosen the screws.
Oh, what luck! Lily was relieved. The mask was tightly, but did that also mean...
No.
Oh, each mask, not even...
No.
Shibuya Riot Shing! Miyorushi Sparkle! Miyorushi Sparkle! She doesn't look any happier than before. By the spring of Gugu Oshima, Riot Girl rules! Shing! Shing! still no effect. I bet it's the fault of those school bullies.
We hate them.
Exactly. They are just as bad as the authorities.
Or the dark forces.
Or the financial system.
Or the dark forces.
Let them all perish in an endless inferno. Just look at her face.
Typical.
We're probably too extreme for her, and we are. Just like Riot Girl.
Riot Girl rules. Shing! Shing!
Don't you dare tell me you've never seen a Riot Girl anime or read a Riot Girl manga.
Right.
Ugh. That's what I thought.
Because the Riot Girl is totally shining. Down with the dark forces.
And Riot Girl is totally fighting against society more than anything. That's why we're also totally fighting against society.
Because Riot Girl is totally cool.
That's why we have to destroy society. You can help us if you want.
Down with the dark forces.
I already told you. You're not getting my hairpin. Only a true warrior of the light is worthy of it.
Powers of the light, call upon the moon spirits.
And until you start helping us fight the dark forces with a cool paramilitary campaign, don't even think of asking for our help.
Yorushi Sparkle! Yorushi Sparkle!
Emocionante. Bien, pues vamos a dejarlo aquí por hoy. Esto han sido las chorriaventuras de Black Cloud y esto ha sido Harvey y Edna, los nuevos ojos de Harvey, donde Harvey no está, Edna está escondida y somos Lily. Así que nada, hasta la próxima. Adiós.